Hello viewers, we are here to introduce to you millinery tools and materials. Okay, before I start, if you want to learn how to make hats, well, you have come to the right channel. Welcome to Millinery. On YouTube, we post videos showing you how to make different types of headwears from beautiful materials to fabulous hats that would get heads rolling or head stunning while you go around with your beautiful hats and fascinators. So today we will actually be introducing to you our millineries, millinery tools and materials for beginners and for people that cares to know. Here with me, you can actually easily identify some tools here. They are majorly common things that we use in a house, at the workplace, or wherever we find ourselves. They come handy most times, so we would be introducing to you as we just stay tuned and watch the video. So we'll be starting with a sewing machine. The sewing machine comes very handy. It's used to sew the materials that you'll be using for your hats and fascinators. Actually, this is a vintage sewing machine, and that is the more reason why I made this video. At times, most of our trainees would want to wait till when they raise the money to buy the modern sewing machine, but I advise them to actually go for vintage. So far, it gives them what they actually want. It doesn't have to go with what you actually want as the fashion trend moves. Okay, the next should be the pressing iron. The steam iron is better, and it's also good for the materials that you'll be using for your hats and fascinators. So next we'll be talking about the pliers. The pliers are used for the millinery wire, but what I was actually saying there was you can still okay, the next is the millinery wire. Like I rightly said, millinery wire are used to keep the shape of the fascinator or hats intact, to make sure that they don't lose their shapes, and also to keep the hats firm and strong. You understand? So millinery wire is also good. They come in different sizes. We have the thicker one and the ones that are bigger than this, and we also have the ones that are soft. So depending on the type of hats you want to make, if it's a hat that needs soft millinery wire, you go for the soft one. Why you go for the ones, basically just go for the millinery wire that fits the hat you're making. So also I've made mention of the pliers. Now we'll also be needing a hand blade. A hand blade is something that you can use most especially when you want to make flowers. This assists you, or this helps you to cut the flower patterns, so this is also good. We also will be using paper tape. Paper tape are used to seal up the ends of the millinery wire, which is good. Most at times people use thread. Now we'll also be talking about the pins. Pins are also very good. You actually use pin to hold down some materials before sewing, so it's good and it comes handy. So that is it. We'll also be needing the pins. The pins are also used for blocking. At times they say mold the hat, or you either block the hat. So this helps to hold the materials while you're blocking them on the mold. So that is that for that. And also be using the razor blade. The razor blade also comes handy in a sense that if you'd want to just cut something while you're working, it's good. You can also use it. So it's always good to have it around. You never can tell. Either you use this or you use the razor blade. So we'll be using the the candle gum the candle gum and the glue gun goes hand in hand. The candle gum is placed into the gum or the glue gun, and it works wonders. Actually, you just insert the candle gum into the glue gun and plug it on, then it melts the candle gum and you can now use it. So they also come in different sizes. You can see I have the big and the small one. Then also you'll be needing threads, different kinds of threads, different colors of thread depending on the color of material you are using. You can't possibly be using red for the green material, so you need different colors of thread too. That is that one. That is for that. So we'll also be talking about stiffener. This is stiffener. It's a white color creamy substance that is used to stiffen material, to make the material strong. So, and also to keep the shape of the hat the way it's supposed to be. So stiffener is also good. You can actually do without stiffener. You can't do without it actually. So that is that one. We'll also be using, I don't know what to call this set, but please, if you know what it's called, at times I see it as surgical sets, but I actually got it, and since the time I got it, it has actually been helping me. The particular one I'm picking out helps me to pick up the stones if I'm trying to stone my hats, so it's easy. And also the small blade, small scissors assist me in cutting materials that are round. So the mouth, if you watch, the mouth of the scissors is a bit curved, so it helps me to go through with the materials, and it's very sharp and nice. So if you have it, you can actually make use of it. It's a very good set. Then you know that the nail cutter, that one is for your nails, and then the filer, everything is there. You can actually use them for other things. So that is that one. Then we have the lighter. A lot of times people just ignore the use of lighter. Basically, it comes handy when you're making flowers, and it's flowers with ribbon, so it helps to seal up the edges. And there are some materials, like if you're working with satin materials, and you know that the materials kinds of, or the thread pulls out, you can actually use lighter to seal up the edges of the materials, and it stays intact and easy to work with. So also we'll also be talking about the U-gum, UHU gum. Actually, this is also very good. It's all multi-purpose. It's an all-purpose gum. It's a very good gum. I advise, or I suggest you get used to this gum. It actually helps, but basically most times we have fake around, so you just have to be careful the kind of gum you buy. So that is that for that. We'll be talking about, still on the gum, they come in different sizes depending on the one your money can buy. You can just get the size you'd want. So we'll also be moving to fishing line. Fishing line is a good one. Most times some people call it a plastic wire. For me, I call it fishing line, except if there are other wires that come in plastic. So but this one comes handy. Basically, most times if I don't want to use a millinery wire, I go with this fishing line. It also gives me funny curves that brings beauty to the fascinator, and especially when you don't mold such fascinators. Unblocked fascinators can actually be used with this fishing line. Now also measuring tape. Measuring tapes are also good. You need them to take measurements of the materials you'd want to use, the length and breadth, the circumference, and all what have you that you need for your hats to come out perfect. So that is that. We would also be using, actually, still on the measuring tape, you can have more than two in the house or at your place of work, so that when you can't find one, you can actually get hold of another. That's just my suggestion. Then this rolling pin, or whatever it's called, I don't tonguing machine or tonguing handler. You use it mostly for coiling feathers, and at times there are some materials like Sinamay materials that you'd want to form a kind of coily shape. You make use of this tonguing handler. I don't know what I would call it, but tongler or tonguing handler. So just correct me at your comment box. Nobody knows all actually. So thank you for watching. Next is the ribbon. Ribbon I also use for different types of things. You can use ribbon to make flowers. As you can see, I've already made flowers out of this ribbon and it came out beautiful. I can simply make an